Hey YouTube fam, what's up? It's Patrick. I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome to a grounded strength or a grounded Vinyasa flow style session. For today's practice, as usual, all you need is yourself and your practice space. Before we begin, if you would like the video, let me know how it goes for you in the comments after. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, new videos will be releasing every Tuesday. To start our session today, find a standing position, close your eyes, take a few breaths. Instead of thinking about your breath being long or slow or deep, just let it be calm. Feel the lean into your right foot and the lean into your left foot. Notice the energetic shift from side to side. Feel the activity in the toes, moving through the heels. And then open the eyes. Now that you feel a little bit more centered, pivot your feet out a few times and have the outer edges of the feet parallel with the side of the mat. Sit your hips down low towards a goddess pose or a horse stance. And as you're here, don't really worry about depth as much as you're finding the tuck of your tailbone and the pushing of your knees out. So you're feeling tall, you're feeling nice and lengthened in your position. And you're taking a few breaths here. So just sitting up tall, outer edges of the feet parallel with the sides of the mat as much as you can. You can go a little bit wider if you choose, but you're feeling long in the spine. So you're not leaning forwards, you're not leaning backwards, you're trying to sit right on top of things. And this should wake up your legs relatively quickly. I'm sure you can feel that a little bit here. Notice the calm quality you can bring to your breath. And feel your stability. Now from this position, I want you to straighten the legs and then fold down. Lean into the fold. As you get here, let opposite hand catch opposite elbow as you may need to. Just kind of sway into it. So we woke up the legs a little bit. We are going to go back into the horse stance, so don't feel the need to adjust the feet in any capacity. Just lean around, maybe bend the knees, help you sway side to side a little bit. And then roll yourself back up to stand. Sit back down into your horse stance, tailbone tucked a little bit. Try to sit a little bit lower. You've been here before. Now I want you to push your left hand forward and your right hand backwards. And then bring your hands to heart center. Push your right hand forward and your left hand backwards. So you're rotating, sitting into your position, left hand forward, right hand backwards, center, right hand forward, left hand backwards, center, left hand forwards, right hand backwards, center, right hand forwards, left hand backwards, center, left hand forwards, right hand backwards, center, right hand forward, left hand backwards, center. From your centered position, try to get a little bit more upright because maybe the reaching forced you to lean. And then straighten your legs and fold. As you fold, wiggle into your hips a little bit more. Allow yourself to lean just a touch further forwards here. Bring your hands to the ground out in front of you this time. Circle the shoulders over the wrists a bit so you're gently waking up the hands. Letting them start to get acclimated with the floor. Paw at the ground a little bit, so you're kind of folding and waking up the hands at the same time. And then rise up to stand. Sit back into your horse stance. I promise this is the last one of this practice. It's grounding, we're centering. Reach your arms out to the sides this time. I want you to have your hands in line with the shoulders, so your arms are out like a T. Again, sitting to whatever depth feels available, strong, and capable for you. And then you're going to take your right arm into external rotation, your left arm into internal rotation. And then switch. Right arm internal, left arm external. And you'll most likely lean towards the arm that's going to external rotation and away. So now the right arm is in external rotation. And switch. Left arm in external rotation. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch, 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 and switch. Center, hands to heart. Pivot heels out, straighten legs, and fold. And from here you can take the feet a little bit wider. You probably fold a little bit deeper. Lean into the hands a bit, grip through the toes a bit. Feel a shift and a shimmy of your weight. And then from here, walk your hands forward to your front right foot. Hop onto your fingertips and sway forwards and backwards through the left leg a few times. And then from your left knee being lifted, bring your palms flat to the floor. Lower your left knee to the ground and then lift it up. And pulse here a few times. Stay connected to your breath, however fast or slow you choose to go. The next time you're lifted, hold there. And then pivot back to the side of the mat. Lean into the fold just a bit more. Notice if you have a little bit more space, a little bit more connection. And then walk your hands to your back left foot. As you get here, you're on the right toes, palms pushing down to the floor or fingertips on ground. Sway forwards and backwards here. Feel as though your hips are on a conveyor belt. So there's a sweeping energy moving you in and out of the position. Nice and flat, and you're always seeking a little bit more depth here. A little bit more range. The next time you're forward, hold the position. Let your palms come flat to the floor. Lift your chest up and then lower your right knee to the ground and lift it back up. So pulsing through the right leg, reaching your skull forward. Next time your right knee is lifted, hold it there. Dig your left heel into the ground. Feel a nice squaring of the hips, a connection to your position. And then move back to the middle of the mat. Now that the hands feel a little bit more warmed up, lean forwards and backwards into them a bit here. Hopefully they feel nice and strong. Hopefully your hips feel amazing. From this position, go ahead and rise out of the fold. Push your hips forward. Stay connected in your core. Pivot your right toes to the front of the mat. Bend your right knee. You can adjust the back left foot as you need to. Warrior two. Drive your right knee forward. Open through your arms. Reach through your fingers. Notice that you can really play through the outer edge of your left foot. Your core, especially your upper abdomen, is connected, but you're not overly aggressive in that activation. You want to be able to breathe into your side body. So it feels as though you're filling the side body with air, stacking shoulders on top of hips, reaching through your fingers, finding a solid foundation in your legs. Straighten your right leg. Right toes pivot left. Left toes pivot towards the back of the mat. Warrior two. Take a moment to adjust the feet as you may need to. Again, feel free to pulse in and out of the position. Once we find our spot, though, we want to try to stay consistent. We want to try to stay connected to it. So you're working through the feet, opening through your hips, breathing into your side body. And that'll create a natural container with your core. You'll also find a nice natural depth as you enter the Warrior Two, which is always nice. So often in my Warrior Two, I focus on the back leg. I find when I am really connected to the back foot, it allows me to move my front hip and my front knee a little bit further forward, which creates the natural stacking of knee over ankle. Straighten your left leg. All toes pivot. to the long side of the mat. Inhale, and exhale, return to your wide leg forward fold. Again, now you have a little bit more space and a little bit more feeling in the feet. Right, from here we're going to begin to get into the arms a little bit. So push your hands down into the floor, lift shoulders on top of wrists. Reach your left hand towards the back of the mat, float the right foot off the ground, bring your right knee onto right tricep. You can rise onto left big toe if you choose. Reach your right foot all the way towards the back left corner of the mat. And then bring your right knee to the right tricep. Land the right foot at the top of the mat. Left hand plants down. Right hand reaches towards the top of the mat. Left knee onto left tricep. Of course, you can be on the right big toe if you want to. Left foot threads towards the top left corner of the mat. Left knee to left tricep. Left foot steps to the back of the mat. Right hand lands. Left hand lifts. Right knee to right tricep. Right foot threads to the back of the mat. Right knee to right tricep. Right foot steps to the top of the mat. Left hand plants. Right hand reaches towards top of mat. Left knee, left tricep. Left foot threads all the way towards top of mat. Left knee to left tricep. Right hand plants. Left foot steps to back. Left hand lifts. Right knee, right tricep. Right foot threads back. Right knee, right tricep. Right foot steps to top of mat. Left hand plants. Right hand reaches forward. Left foot lifts. Left knee, left tricep. Left foot threads to top of mat. Left knee, left tricep. Left foot steps to back of mat. Right hand plants. Left hand lifts. Right knee, right tricep. Right foot threads the back of mat. Right knee back to right tricep. Right foot steps to top. Left hand plants. Right hand reaches forward. Left knee, left tricep. Left hand reaches, left leg reaches towards top mat, Left knee returns to left tricep. Left foot steps to back of mat. Last time, right hand plants. Right foot lifts, right knee, right tricep. Right foot threads to back of mat. Right knee to right tricep. Right foot steps to top of mat. Left hand plants. Right hand reaches to top of mat. Left foot floats. Left knee, left tricep. Left foot reaches forward. Left knee to left tricep. Left foot steps to back of mat and fold. Goodness, we got into the legs. Now we got into the arms. Wonderful work. Wonderful effort. From this position, wiggle your feet towards the midline of your mat. Roll yourself up, rise to stand. Push your hips forward, reach hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step to the top of the mat. Take a moment here. Feel tall, strong in your grounding position, your mountain pose. And then inhale, reach your hands all the way up to the sky, get long and tall. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, hands to floor, right foot to back of mat, followed by left plank pose. In your plank pose, lower towards the floor for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On 1, you land. Set fingertips up, oscillating cobra pose. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Locust pose, rise up. Hips push down, shoulders squeeze towards your spine. Try to tuck the tailbone a little bit more here. Pull your belly button up towards your upper abdomen. And release. One more round here of locust pose. From this locust pose, we will go into upward facing dog, followed by chaturanga, plank, and then downward facing dog. Rise to locust pose. You'll have ample time for all positions. Don't feel in a rush at any moment. Feel your back body engaged, fully connected. Bring hands underneath shoulders. Upward facing dog. Rise. Lift yourself away. lower to chaturanga, plank pose, and downward facing dog. As you get into downward facing dog, walk it out a little bit, feel a nice long stretch through your hips, through the spine. Try to push your hips up and away. Notice how you can open through your armpits. And then inhale, roll forwards in the plank pose. And exhale, cruise back into dog. Inhale, roll forwards into plank pose. Exhale, cruise back into dog. Inhale, roll forwards into plank pose. Exhale, cruise back into dog. Inhale, roll forwards in the plank pose. Side plank on the left hand. Reach your right arm up to the sky. Feel the right foot grounded on the floor instead of stacking on top of the left. And then from here, lift the left foot off the ground. Bend your right knee. Sit your hips back towards your right heel. Drive forward. Left knee connects with left tricep. Left foot reaches back. Try to lower your left hip to the floor. Let it rest for a moment. And then drive forward again. Left knee, left tricep. Left leg reaches back. Left hip lands. Pull yourself forward. Left knee, left tricep. Left hip sits back to right heel. Drive yourself forward. Left knee, left tricep. Left foot lands next to right. Push your right knee into the chest. Step your right foot to the top of the mat. Left knee lowers. Vinyasa. Reach your hands up to the sky. Get as long and as tall as possible. Opening through your front body. Feel an elevated reach here. On your exhale, hands to floor. Three-legged dog. Your right leg lifts. On your exhale, swing your right shin forward. Pigeon pose. Scoot your left foot back in space if you would like. Notice how you can ground the right hip if you choose, or stay upright here. Let your breath help adjust you in the position. Feel a natural calm capacity here. Or create the calm capacity. I know this position can be a lot for many of us, me included. Push your right shin down into the floor a little bit here. Help yourself wake up the space. Wherever you're at, lean as far out as you can. And then rise out of the position. Palms flat to the floor, step back to plank pose. From your plank vinyasa, move right on through. As you make it back into down dog, inhale, roll forwards into plank pose. Exhale, cruise back to dog. Roll forwards into plank pose. Exhale, cruise back to dog. Roll forwards into plank pose. Exhale, cruise back to dog. Roll forwards into plank pose. Side plank on the right hand. Left heel pushes into floor. Float the right foot off the ground. Sit your hips back towards the inside of your left heel. And then drive forward. Right knee to right tricep. Reach your right leg back in space. Lower your right hip to the ground. Let it touch. And then drive forward. Right knee, right tricep. Reach your right leg towards the back of the mat. Right hip lands by left heel. And then drive forward. Right knee, right tricep. Right leg reaches back in space. Right hip lands by right heel. Drive forward. Right knee, right tricep. Last time here. Sit your hips back towards your left heel. Drive forward. Right knee, right tricep. Set the outer edge of the right foot back by your left heel. And then pluck your left foot up off the ground. Left foot steps to top of mat. Anjaneyasana. That side plank work is tough. Way to embrace it. Working through it. Open through the front body here. Try to organize the hips so you can lengthen your spine. Feeling your reach. Noticing where you can elevate. Exhale. Hands to floor. Three-legged dog. Your left leg lifts, inhale. On the exhale, left shin swings forward. Pigeon pose. Just as we did on the other side, start upright here. Feel your landing points. Feel capacity, or give yourself the opportunity to not drop into any sort of aesthetic of the position, but really feel the shape that you're in today. Honor the space that you find yourself in. Notice where the weight is sitting. Try to feel your right hip hunting the floor. Obviously, the left leg is the front leg, but the more you can feel your right hip hunting the floor, the more balanced and opening the stretch will be. The more potential feeling you'll be able to generate, but also the more capacity you'll find. Wherever you're at here, begin to push your left shin into the floor a little bit. Lean your chest out a touch more. Try to lengthen the position. Think about your belly button hunting the earth. Notice where you can lengthen. Subtle pressure of left shin down into floor. Crawl your hands back underneath your shoulders. Step back into plank pose. From plank, move through your Vinyasa. And then you're back in downward facing dog. From your down dog, push into hands, look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Exhale, step, spring, float. Feet to the outsides of your hands. Active squat is yours, hips the height of knees. Reach your hands forward. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, hands stretch up to sky. Exhale, hips sit down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bend. Vinyasa. Two more rounds here. Look forward, lift heels, bend knees. Exhale, step, spring, float, feet to outside of hands. Active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, hips sit down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bend. Vinyasa. Last round here, stay with your breath, stay with your body. Lift heels, bend knees. Step, spring, float. Feet to outside of hands. Active squat. Exhale, straighten legs, hands to heart. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, hips sit down. Inhale, hands to floor, elbows bent. Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. From your down dog, your journey onto your back. Lift heels, bend knees. Make the movement. As you find your way onto the back, give yourself a few deep breaths here. Settle your system. We'll take one front body opening position, bridge or wheel. I'll stick with bridge today. If you feel so inclined to take Urdhva Dhanurasana, by all means, do your thing. Wherever you're at here, drive your heels into the floor. Bridge your hips up. Triceps pressed down or hands by ears. Pushing your chest up. And release. Let your hips find the floor. Supta Baddha Konasana. Push the feet together. Let your knees drop open wide. Bring one hand to heart, one hand to belly. And as you lay in this position, we'll take a few controlled breaths together. So exhale, let it go. And then inhale halfway. Inhale complete. Exhale halfway. Exhale complete. 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 Move yourself towards a space of calm, supported stillness, leaning into the peace that exists within the heart of your being. A peace that we hope to find on a regular basis, a peace that supports the love we share. As always, truly such a pleasure to share space with you here on the channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and move with me. If you enjoyed this session, let me know how it went for you in the comments below. New classes coming your way all the time. Look forward to practicing with you again soon. Rest here as long as you need to, and have an amazing rest of your day. Peace.